Oh, those ambush shootings in Harlem and the one overnight in Houston are the latest in what's a really disturbing trend for police officers across the nation. In fact, the National Fraternal Order of Police says 346 officers were shot in the line of duty last year. 63 of those officers died of their wounds. And ambush attacks on officers up 115% from 2020. For more on this now, let's go to former NYPD officer Tommy Shevlin. He's now the president of the Nassau County Police Benevolent Association, representing the officers in the huge county right next to New York City on Long Island, Nassau County. Mr. Shevlin, thank you for joining us. And we are thinking and support the law enforcement across the country, those members who are out there protecting the public. The disturbing trend.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. The disturbing trend of these ambush attacks. Why now these increasing ambushes?
Well, I think that it's a combination of things. It's the defund the police movement. They demonize the police. Now you have bail reform where there's no consequences for committing these crimes. And some like New York City, the DA isn't even going to prosecute resisting arrest. So you're inviting criminals to attack police officers. And then you have police reform. It's a combination of all of these things. When you defund the police, you're stopping cops from doing their job. You're stopping prevention of crime. And when you demonize the police, you're actually, the world's upside down. They're turning the police into the bad guys and the criminals are not. So there's no respect out there. And it's sad. It's heartbreaking what's going on right now. Officer Rivera, my heart goes out to his family and the entire NYPD. This is going to continue if we don't come together and stop this. There's no surprise here how we got here. You know, this has been, like you said, it's an upward trend that's been going for the last few years.
What happened to the respect for police officers? You know, I see them, I walk by them, I just thanked one just before the newscast went on the air, a gentleman here. You know, what happened to that sense of respect of authority, the sense of respect of law and order, and the sense of respect and appreciation for the men and women who are out on the streets, who most people would call for help if they were in trouble?
Absolutely. So it became political, and I don't know why safety of our communities is political. You know, they demonized the police. They made us to be the bad guys. A few incidents that happen across the country, and the next thing you know, all cops are bad. It has to stop. You know, you don't see kids dressing up as cops anymore for Halloween. We're not viewed as heroes anymore. I'm going to tell you something for everybody out there in the community. We leave our families. These police officers that died in the line of duty, they left their families and loved ones. They hugged them and kissed them. Think about that for a second. To go out to the street, to work day and night, to protect you. They risk their lives every day for strangers. How are we the bad guys?
You know,
it just does not make sense to me.
Yeah, some of the progressive politicians, the new DA in Manhattan, Alvin Bragg, and others say, you know, defunding the police is just moving resources to another area. For example, the local city councilwoman for Harlem, for the area where the shooting occurred on Friday night, has called for not just defunding the police, but totally dismantling the New York City Police Department. And they also talk about social workers and sending social workers out to some of these situations. What would have happened if this guy with the Glock comes out, opens the door, starts shooting, and there were social workers there?
Well, I mean, obviously he wouldn't have been shot himself, so who knows who else would have been harmed. I mean, he could have killed his family and strangers outside. We don't know. It could have turned into a barricade situation. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's not going to work. You need police, and the police are not the bad guys. We're here to help. We are the community. That's what people don't realize. We are your neighbor. We are the people that care, or we wouldn't do what we do. We don't do it for the money.
And finally, what would you say to the folks who are watching right now? How can they support the police and the efforts of law enforcement to regain that respect and sense of respect and appreciation?
I would say we all are numb right now in the police community. You know, we are lost for words with what happened. But it's great when the community comes out and supports us when we do have a tragedy like this. But we need them to support us every day. We put ourselves in between evil and the community. And we need the community to have our back every day. Call their politicians and push for tougher on crime. We need tougher laws on crime. We need bail reform changed. They just went too far, and they used us in their political battles, and it's not right, and things need to change.
Tommy Shevlin, former NYPD officer, president of the Nassau County Police Benevolent Association, speaking about respect and authority of police officers as we now mourn two officers in two different parts of the country, New York and Houston, who were victims of what police say were ambush attacks. Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Martha?
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.